Hi, I'm Drew.
I'm Craig.
Welcome to another edition of Roadkill Reviews. So what's on the agenda today? What are we watching?
I don't know, man. What are you feeling like?
I don't know. I don't have
Think
any-
about this, fellas.
Oh, what do you got there?
What is that? What are you doing, James?
Cherry 2000.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
I've never seen or heard of it.
Neither have I. Have you?
No.
Cherry 2000. Melanie Griffith, 1987. I've never even heard or seen. Where did you find this?
In my back pocket.
How did we never heard of this? 1987? This is as old as us.
I like the artwork.
Yeah,
It looks
that is,
cool.
That is kind of cool. Alright, I guess we're watching Cherry 2000. Need a bounty hunter? She's your man. In the future, a man travels to the ends of the earth to find the perfect woman. In this fun, futuristic sci-fi adventure, Melanie Griffith is delightful and flappable as a futuristic bounty hunter on a mission to fight a robot replicant of a rich man's short-circuited wife. When successful businessman Sam Treadwell finds that his android wife, Cherry Model 2000, has blown a fuse, he hires sexy renegade Tracker E. Johnson to find her exact duplicate. But their journey to replace his perfect mate leads them into a treacherous and lawless region of the Zone. Steve DeJarnett, director of Miracle Mile, made his feature film debut in this badass futuristic thriller, featuring a wonderful cast that includes Ben Johnson, Harry Carey Jr., Lawrence Fishburne, Brian James, and Michael C. Gwynn. We had a short circuit or something.
Yeah.
Why, is she...
I think she's the robot, yeah.
Now, if I read you correctly, I think you're looking for something with a little more spunk.
I think that was his problem in the first place.
Sectors 19 and 3 are still experiencing periodic shortages.
I like this future though. It's a neat idea. Like they've got robots for wives and this whole recycling thing.
Yeah.
Actually, see, Bill's got a hot date with Amy Meemer.
Amy who?
On whale. Been trying to land that.
Jeez, you just about hit him in the ear with that.
You say on wheels?
Yeah.
And he's got the slit on his lip.
Yeah.
Looks like a creep.
This is it, Sam.
Look at their little friggin' dune buggy cars.
Yeah. Everyone drives a go-kart or a dune buggy.
Yeah. Glory hole. Glory hole hotel.
Jeez.
Look at these guys.
They're all waiting
for it.
Jeez.
They're waiting for a room.
A lot of innuendos in here.
Look at that sign. Glory hole hotel.
man.
Put it in here. Park it in here. Oh no way.
Oh my god. Look what he's wearing. Robert Zadar. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Man, we're in for a treat.
That's what I figured.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Friggin' Mustang with mutters.
Sick beat.
Yeah.
Give me a rope!
You got it!
They're so nonchalant about all this. That's pretty good stunt work.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Romance.
Yeah, romance.
With a robot. I mean, we are talking about a robot, aren't we?
Look at me.
Are you sure you're okay?
No. I mean, yeah.
He's got his hands on her
He's holding her boobs. What? I thought he was gonna hug her, grab onto those things right away.
This is not the time or the place to start making out. Of course it is. Their car broke down in the middle of a barren wasteland with bad guys on their tail.
Yep.
I love you, Sam. Oh, that's nice.
I miss her.
He just breaks down.
I need a whitey eye.
I feel better now.
I feel better now.
He's so calm.
Yeah.
I feel better now.
Yeah, well, Randa here is gonna fix us some lunch, ain't you, Randa?
No.
Well, then you can just go shit in your hat.
Your hat?
Yeah.
Blow this off! We got new coordinates!
It's funny how they're all wearing like those safari hats. They look so goofy.
They're not the, like your normal looking wastelanders.
Yeah. Like that fun bread truck. That's.
See how fast he got out of the Jeep? That was awesome.
I feel like this guy listens to Huey Lewis.
You need to work on your personality.
Oh! Nice.
A lot of headshots.
You need to work on your personality. Pop!
That's what you get for killing Six Finger Jake.
It would have been funny if
You wear white pants in the desert.
Now listen, I want him alive, you guys. Check the robot room first. Be friendly yet firm. I don't break anything, especially you.
Especially you.
I guess he's the one that doesn't follow orders normally. Especially you.
yeah. Oh my god.
Come on, E! Come on! Get those legs moving! Let's hurry it up!
Oh wow.
If I was that Huey Lewis guy, I'd stop right now and just let them leave and take that cherry.
Pretty.
That was a bizarre ending.
Yeah.
Oh, the donkey!
Somebody forgot the donkey!
The movie's over.
That was Cherry 2000. Wow.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was entertaining. We've never heard of this movie. And we've heard of a lot of movies.
Oh yes.
Especially a lot of movies that are very underrated and so forth. But we have never heard of this or even seen trailers or TV spots. I think I recognized one of the posters. Like one of the newer Photoshop posters with Melanie Griffith, the image of her with the red hair, holding like an assault rifle. But I didn't know it was this movie, and I didn't know what this movie was about. I actually was watching a copy of the movie Miracle Mile, which is from the same director, and I saw a trailer for this movie. And I showed it to you guys, and I was like, this looks neat, this looks different. I can't believe we've never even heard of it before.
Yeah.
1987, you know, we were all over the 80s. Growing up, and this is something we've never come across.
It's like a lost gem.
It is. It's a very lost gem.
I just want to talk to E. Johnson.
I'm E. Johnson.
Excuse me.
It's like a Friday night adventure movie that you just
Yeah.
throw on and
You get a bowl of popcorn,
Yeah.
turn off your brain, and just have fun. Just a little synopsis, just right off the bat. It takes place in the future. Parts of the world look like it's kind of like a dystopian future, kind of like Brazil or 1984, and then other parts are like barren wastelands.
yeah.
And then it focuses on a man who has a sex robot called Cherry 2000. That's the model and the make. She's basically like this highly advanced robot wife.
That only knows how to cook.
Hamburgers and french fries. And
we'll-
fava beans.
Yeah.
Do you know that rust is an electrochemical process?
It's a very unromantic dinner.
Yeah.
Hamburger, fries.
And it looks like fava beans.
And one day, he accidentally breaks his robot wife, his Cherry 2000. She gets water on her. She short circuits.
Water.
He broke his wife.
Bummer.
That's what he gets for trying to be all romantic in the dish soap.
That's her fault too.
Yeah.
She's in charge of that sink.
Hope he's got a protection plan and
Yeah.
warranty so they can send him another one.
Warranty on it.
And they're able to salvage her memory, like a little CD-ROM, but the model is destroyed, and apparently she's like a super rare make. Like they don't make these versions anymore. They're hard to find, and the only version that exists is out in this sort of barren wasteland, this kind of forbidden zone. Was it called Zone 7 or something like that? So he goes to look for a tracker someone that knows the forbidden area very well, this wasteland, kind of like a Mad Max type.
A Blade Runner.
Yeah, really, a Blade Runner.
It's kind of turning into Blade Runner.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where Melanie Griffith comes in, and she's a tracker. And she knows the Forbidden Wasteland pretty well. And then it kind of turns into this post-apocalyptic Road Warrior type film where they go out into the wasteland, they encounter all these raiders and these bad guys, and there's a lot of car chases.
All this to get a friggin' expired Cherry 2000.
Which you know he's not even going to take in the end. He's just going to go for Melanie Griffith.
Yeah. Big scenes turn short.
Yeah. Yeah, it had a lot of like random scenes that kind of would... They'd start off big.
Yep.
And
the music would be perfect.
Yeah.
They end just like so quick and abruptly.
Yeah. And then they cut to a whole nother scene, completely random. There was a moment there halfway through where I felt like I was in a daze. I'm so lost. Like so much random stuff has happened.
Yeah.
That like this was about finding a doll,
Yeah.
a sex doll, and now it's turned into like
An adventure of meeting friends.
some great stunt work though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if you can see on the cover here, there's a scene of them hanging out of the car, and that car is attached to a big magnet that's being held over like where the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, like the dam and the gorge.
Yeah, and it's for real. Like they actually hung up the car from a magnet with 2 stunt people in it, and it's got some great cinematography, some great choreography. Like I was impressed because I never seen that kind of imagery before.
No.
A lot of great character actors in this. Like Craig was saying, Lawrence Fishburne has a very, very small role.
Is that Lawrence?
It is too. This is the origin story of Morpheus. Brian James, I think is his name, from Blade Runner and The Fifth Element.
Time to die.
Leon. Harry Carey Jr. and so forth.
Yeah.
Robert Zadar. It's always great seeing those guys in a movie like this. It's always great seeing them.
Interesting lineup of cast members.
Interesting choice of wardrobe.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters, like the
bad guys at the end there.
bad guys, they were all dressed like a polo team or just like
Or
a...
what was that show where the boat crashed on the island?
Gilligan's Island?
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, they all
That's
look like a bunch
they all-
of Gilligans. They're like a polo team. I was trying to figure out what they look like. They look so fancy. It's like they're on ATV with the mullets. Yeah. They were the most colorful, friendly, nice dressed bad guys I've ever seen.
white khaki shorts.
Yeah. Melanie Griffith was awesome. Her character was a badass.
She managed to keep her cool under real tough times.
Managed to keep her makeup on. Too.
Yeah. When you're hanging from a crane and you're just completely calm.
Over the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
When
pretty,
you have rockets and RPGs being shot at you.
Yeah.
She still looks pretty. She still looks great. They eventually they go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And Las Vegas is destroyed. It looks like it's been
Sand dune.
Yeah. It looks like it's been buried by a sandstorm. And I mentioned to you guys that it felt like a Fallout. If you're game enthusiasts out there, it felt like the video game Fallout, especially New Vegas or a Borderlands. It had that kind of a feel. And I wonder if maybe this was at all inspiration for those games, because a lot of movies inspired games and so forth. And there's like a stockpile of all of these sex robots, including one of the last models of a Cherry 2000, which they finally get, and they put the memory chip back into her, and it's like nothing even happened. He's got his wife back. And then of course they go through the trope that, you know, he falls in love with Melanie Griffith instead of the Cherry 2000.
Sends her to go get a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Cherry, I want you to get me a Pepsi.
Sure.
Oh, that's cruel.
Yeah, that's really mean.
I mean, I know she's a robot, but still. It ends up he falls for a real woman instead of a fake one.
And then how about like the main villain, like the way he goes?
Yeah.
That was
just
that was a funny death scene for a villain.
What did he? Oh
That's funny.
What did he think was gonna happen?
Yeah, he didn't think that through.
He was I kind of liked him though.
Yeah.
He was kind of charming.
Yeah.
Like he seemed like a nice guy, bad guy. You know,
Yeah.
even though he killed a lot of people and
He had
so
some
forth.
humor. And,
Yeah, that scene with the paper bag on the one dude's head.
Yeah, that was pretty dark.
Don't tear that now. 4.
and then Six Finger Jake
Gets shot in the
Yes.
back.
he gets backstabbed.
Yeah.
Big time.
You need to go on ahead.
Oh! She just put one in the back of Jake's head.
That was unnecessary. But very original, very different. And I still can't get over that I've never even heard of this before. And I should mention, this copy of the Blu-ray is from another distribution company called Kino Lorber. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. We talked about Shout Factory briefly in one of our previous reviews. This is another distribution company that's re-releasing on Blu-ray and DVD old other films from the past, from 70s and 80s, underrated gems, and this is one of them. And I'm glad that they did, because now we have the chance to rewatch some of these films or discover them for the first time, which is always fun.
And look great.
Yeah, they look great too.
I love the score.
Oh yeah, we should talk. Yeah, James, you take it away.
Oh, the score is great. I like the score. I like the score a lot. Basil Palderas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it right away, like just hearing his tones that he uses, and right away RoboCop comes to mind, and
Starship Troopers. Yeah.
Conan. Yeah. So yeah, the score was really good. Probably would have fit a film, you know, a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, like, because all this build up in music, just you're waiting for something really big to happen. And
Yeah. Great action, funny characters. Yeah, this was a ride. Yeah, this was a ride. This was directed by Steve DeJarnett, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that as well. This director also did the movie Miracle Mile, which is another underrated 80s gem.
which I really liked. I liked it a lot.
This is the only other movie that he's directed. He's only directed this and Miracle Mile, which is a shame because I really enjoy both these movies. This is really fun and entertaining, and Miracle Mile is also very original, very dark. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future review. But yeah, he only directed these two feature films, and I kind of wish he'd made more. Because it looks like he had some original ideas, and
I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know. I think he's doing like TV work. I think.
Okay.
But still, I wish that he had made or would make more feature-length films, because I don't know. He seemed like he was pretty good. He seemed like he had some good ones in the '80s, and then that was it. I am going to give this a meh. It wasn't great. It was a little better than I expected it to be. I expected to hate this movie completely, but I didn't. I liked it. It wasn't great, but it was very fun, very entertaining. Melanie Griffith was awesome. Great action, and like I said before, stunt work and so forth. And this was very original too. It was kind of a cool idea, cool story. So I'm definitely gonna say this is a great popcorn movie. Check it out if you come across it. So I'm gonna give it a meh.
I'm actually gonna split this in half and give it 2 ratings. Like for the movie, I'm with Drew. I'm gonna give it a meh as well. Like it was good, but you know there's some holes there. And I mean, I would have liked to have seen the big like build-up scenes stretched out a little more.
Yeah.
You know, to get the full use of the soundtrack and the score. But but the score, like, I gotta give a rating for the score because I really liked it, and I'm gonna give the score a right on. Yeah, all of his work's always been good, and that's the way I'm gonna go with this.
The music is a right on.
Yeah.
It definitely was a ride. An original. It was fun, and there was a lot of holes. It was cheesy at some parts, but it was a fun ride and funny. I don't know if it was intentional a lot of the times, but
I think now, like, it's funny because a lot of the terminology that's given in it back then, people were probably like, yeah, okay, whatever, and then nowadays give it more media and stuff, and
you know what? I'm gonna have to give it a right on. Yeah.
yeah,
Praise.
Yeah.
So, out of 3 views, what? That's a meh,
Yeah.
and a right on. So, it's a meh and a half.
yeah,
So I guess the final rating we'll say is a meh and a half.
yeah.
Man, yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
So, Cherry 2000. If you come across it, give it a watch. It's a good flick. It's fun. All right. Well, that concludes this edition of Roadkill Reviews. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Roadworm, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.